This video is a simpler version of my other IELTS speaking art video. I show you how to use different grammatical structures and substitute a range of vocabulary. I also teach you some useful English expressions for art. Welcome to Erica's English. My name is Erica. Today I'm going to be answering questions for IELTS speaking topic art, part 1. Turn on the subtitles for more understanding. Okay, let's begin. Do you like art? Yes, I absolutely love art. Art is my passion, and it has been my passion for all of my life. Do you like art? Yes, I absolutely love art. Absolutely is an adverb. It describes love. I completely love. I absolutely love art. Art is my passion. Is present simple tense for things that are true. And it has been my passion. Has been is present perfect tense. It was my passion in the past and it still is my passion now. For all of my life. Just an expression you can use. Passion is a very powerful feeling, for example, of love, hate, anger, or other emotion. This answer has good grammatical range. Do you like art? I like art a little bit. I do like a bit of art on my walls, and I do go to the odd gallery here and there, but it's not really my passion. Do you like art? I like art a little bit. I do like a bit of art on my walls, and a bit of art, some art. I do like to have some artworks, some paintings on my walls, and I do go to the odd gallery here and there. So some galleries around the place. I do like, I do go. This is emphasizing the fact that you are doing something. But it's not really my passion. That's less formal. You can be more formal and use however it's not really my passion. Although it's not really my passion. However and although are a bit more formal. What kind of art do you enjoy? Well, I enjoy all kinds of art, from abstract to realistic. What kind of art do you enjoy? Well, I enjoy all kinds of art, from abstract to realistic. Abstract art to realistic art. Personally, you can put personally instead of well. It means as for me. Instead of enjoy, you can say I delight in, I love. Instead of abstract to realistic, you can list the types of art. For example, sculpture, paintings, films, poetry, photography, drawing. There are many different kinds of art, not just fine art. But I absolutely love art from places where I have been. What kind of art do you enjoy? I absolutely love art from places where I have been. What kind of places? The places where I have been. So the clauses where I have been just describe the places and galleries in more detail. I tend to enjoy, I often enjoy, art from galleries where I have been. I collect. You can use collect instead of buy or enjoy. I collect art from places I have visited. I absolutely love art from places I have travelled to. Notice how many different answers you can give. For example, I love my picture of Sydney Harbour, which Donald Keyes painted, because I have been to that part of Sydney Harbour and I love it. Okay, so these answers are a little bit more detailed. For example, I love my picture of Sydney Harbour. Which Donald Keyes painted? So which Donald Keyes painted is describing the picture in more detail. Why do I love it? Because I have been to that part of Sydney Harbour and I love it. Okay, notice the grammatical range here. We have I love, present simple tense, I have been, present perfect tense. You can use the same structure and make any sentence you like. For example, I love my arty photograph of the Taj Mahal, which my sister took because I have been to the Taj Mahal and I loved it. Do you think art classes are necessary? I think some art classes are necessary in primary school because children are very good at art. Do you think art classes are necessary? I think some art classes are necessary in primary school because children are very good at art. Alternatively, you can say, generally, I believe instead of I think, art classes are necessary in the early years instead of in primary school because it's good to give a reason. Children are naturally, this can replace very. Naturally and very are adverbs. Good at art. And children's art can be a joy, and it's good to be able to draw and paint and learn some basic skills. Children's art can be a joy, and it's good to be able to draw and paint and learn some basic skills. You can change the language and make your own language. For example, children's art can be so enjoyable. So enjoyable instead of a joy. And it's important instead of good. To be able to create instead of draw, express yourself instead of paint. So just use verbs as you like. How do you think art classes affect children's development? Well, it depends on the art classes. I guess if some children have too many art classes and the teacher is not very nice, it could affect them in a negative way. How do you think art classes affect children's development? Well, it depends on the art classes, I guess. It depends on. This is very useful for almost any IELTS Speaking Part 1 question. It depends on something. It depends on the art classes. It depends on the teachers. If some children have too many art classes and the teacher is not very nice, it could affect them in a negative way. So this if and it could structure can be very useful for increasing your grammatical range. Too many art classes, many art classes. Negative or positive, two good words. What kinds of paintings do people like? People like art done by their children. They like their own art. What kind of art do people enjoy? People like art done by their children. Their children is a kind of noun group. You can substitute their children with other nouns or noun groups like famous artists like Rembrandt, locals, their own art, art they have created themselves. You can also substitute the word like with enjoy. Are you good at art? I learnt a few techniques at high school for art, and I've also practiced from a few YouTube videos, but I'm fairly mediocre at art. Are you good at art? I learned a few techniques at high school for art. Or I learned some skills in classes for painting. And I've also practiced from a few YouTube videos. And I've also practiced at home and at school. But I'm fairly mediocre at art. Mediocre is average. But I'm still fairly mediocre at art. Notice the grammatical range. I learned. Past simple. I've practiced. Present perfect. I'm, short for I am. Present simple. What benefits can you get from painting as a hobby? Well, I think one of the benefits is being able to express yourself in a unique way, in a way that is incredibly individual and that is unique to you, and that is very special. What benefits can you get from painting as a hobby? Well, I think one of the benefits is being able to express yourself in a unique way. Or you could substitute with being able to paint or draw or create in a unique way. In a way that is incredibly individual. Incredibly is an adverb, or you could say beautifully individual. And that is unique to you, and that is very special. You could substitute unique with exclusively. Unique to you, exclusively you. You can substitute special for fulfilling. This gives you good grammatical range and vocabulary. How often do you visit galleries? I hardly ever visit galleries. Although I do like visiting art galleries, but I just don't live near any of them. How often do you visit galleries? I hardly ever visit galleries. Although I do like visiting art galleries. But I just don't live near any of them. Notice, I hardly ever is negative, although I do is positive, but I just don't, it's negative. I visit galleries every few months. Although I don't buy much art, but I like going to them with friends. Notice, I visit galleries every few months is positive, although I don't, negative, but I like, positive. This gives good grammatical range using although and but and adds complexity. What kinds of things do you like to draw? I love drawing plants and botanical style drawings. Obviously I can't draw as well as a professional artist, but I just think plants are so beautiful. What kinds of things do you like to draw? I love drawing plants and botanical style drawings. Or you could say, I love drawing people and anime style drawings. Or just substitute whatever you like. Obviously, I can't draw as well as a professional artist. Obviously is an adverb. But I just think plants are so beautiful. You could say, unfortunately, or substitute any adverb of your choice. Unfortunately, I can't draw as well as I would like to, but I just try my best. This gives you good grammatical range and vocabulary. Is it easy to learn how to draw? No, it's not easy to learn how to draw. It takes a lot of discipline and sustained practice to learn how to draw. Many artists take years to learn how to draw well. Is it easy to learn how to draw? No, it's not easy to learn how to draw. Or you could say, yes, it's quite easy to learn how to draw. It takes a lot of discipline and sustained practice to learn how to draw. Or you could say, it doesn't take much practice to learn how to draw in a basic way. Many artists take years to learn how to draw well. Or you could say, many artists only take a few months to learn the basics. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share. If you would like to donate a little bit of money to this channel to help me make more videos, there's a link to my Ko-fi website in the description.